Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. I got little wispies flying in front of my face in Jesus' name. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. All right. Day 2 of the 40-day Love Dare Challenge. We outside, y'all. We're doing all the things. Today is a good day. But before we jump into today, I do want to recap. Before we jump into tomorrow, I want to recap today. So we're going to be participatory, right? You guys are going to participate by putting in the comments, how did today go? You had a job today. Hey, ma'am, how are you? You had a job to do today as far as your Love Dare is concerned. Now, before we start with prepping for tomorrow, I just need to say this very carefully and seriously, though, honest and very honestly. The challenge is only as good as we make it. So it's going to be up to us to determine how this challenge rolls out. One of the things that I think about is this, right? I have in my phone, on my calendar, the Love Dare challenge for the next 40 days. I put it in my phone. I have 3 alerts. I get an alert an hour before. I get an alert 30 minutes before, and I get an alert 10 minutes before the live video. So if you're committed to the live, you should have those alerts in your phone because there's too many things grabbing your attention. Oh man, I forgot. Right? Now, here's the truth. I've been in my car most of the day. I had a guest minister in South Carolina today. Typically, I would not go in the morning. I would go the evening before, but I drove this morning, got up and was on the road at 6:30 this morning. Drove all the way there. I got there at 10:30. Hey, Miss Lynn, good to see you. Drove there, got there at 10:38. Preached at 11. Got back in my car at 12:30, 12:45, and drove back. Got a call on the way home, and I needed to go another 30 minutes to help somebody out and another 30 minutes back. Didn't get home till almost 6 o'clock. Ate a meal, did a few things, sat down to get my study together for tomorrow because I'm committed. Don't let me be more committed to your marriage than you are. Right? That's just an encouragement. You got to figure out what you want out of your marriage. And if you want something out of your marriage that you're not already currently getting, then you're going to have to put in. You got to put in to get something out, right? It's like the ATM machine. You cannot withdraw what is not in. Okay? All right. So, a couple of resources. Let me share these 2 things, though, before I jump in to review today and then jump in for tomorrow because I don't want to be long. I don't plan for every night to be an hour long. I just really don't. Last night had to go long because we needed to do some things. Now, if you did the marriage evaluation, put that in the chat. Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. If you did the marriage evaluation, put it in the chat. We're taking ownership in 2025. We're doing all the things. Okay. So let me share these 2 resources with you because I know some people will say, Shakima, I don't have all the things that you have. I couldn't get my book. Look at God. He wants you to be blessed. He do. So here's what you're going to get. Here's what I'm showing you. This is the Love Dare in PDF. I actually found this on, I just typed in Love Dare PDF and there are 179 pages. All you have to do, of course, you won't be able to write on it, but all you have to do is scroll down and you'll be able to see all the days, just like mine, right? Now, no, this is right. This is following just like mine. So if you don't have the book, you have zero reason or excuse for not having this resource. I'm going to put this in the chat just so you can have it. Okay. I'm going to put it in the chat so everybody can have it. Those of you who don't have the finances to do the book, we're putting away every single excuse that we have in 2025. That's just what we're doing. We're just not going to have any excuses because the more excuses you have, the less likely you are to finish. The next thing I want to share with you, I'm going to share one more thing that is good. Okay. So for those of you who may not have the whole book and you just want to see a little mini synopsis of what the days are, this is another PDF that you can look at that shows all the days at a glance. I call this at a glance. So these are all the days at a glance. Now I'll be trying to deal with all this. And I have been able to print this out. It's all 40 days. If I go back up, of course, you got to deal with these little ads when you're out here working with, but you can download it if you so choose. But you can see all of the days. And we're starting, Lord, help me, Holy Ghost, here with day 1, days 1, 2, and so you can see those, and you can just, I typed in, I will put this link in the chat for you as well. Instagram, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to put the link in for y'all. Now my computer want to be froze. Y'all pray the Lord touch my computer, or touch the heart of somebody to give me a new one. Y'all pray that for me. Would you? Would you? Yes, you will, because you're so kind. Okay. So that is for Facebook and YouTube. I put the link there for you guys. Now let me see if I can figure out how to put it on Instagram. Let me see. Child. Where did Instagram go? No. Now I've just lost Instagram. This technology is not for the faint. It's not for the weak. It's just really, I feel like I'm frozen. Okay. Let me go look and see. Okay. I feel like I'm frozen. I feel like I'm frozen. Let's see if I can find Instagram again. Stop sharing. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying. I feel like I'm frozen. Let's see if I can find Instagram again. I hear myself and I see myself on YouTube, but on my computer it's froze. Okay. And I'm trying my level best to get unfrozen, y'all. I apologize. But let's see if I can find Instagram again. I hear myself and I see myself on YouTube, and I'm trying my level best to get unfrozen, y'all. I apologize. Help me, Lord. Okay, very good. But let's see if I can find Instagram. Okay, something is happening. Let me see. Let me stop sharing. Hopefully that will help. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to be helpful. And I am frozen. Come on. Lord, help me. Stop sharing. Okay. That did not help. Okay. Stop sharing. Nope. This is when your efforts to try to help are not helpful. And they have not been helpful to me. Okay, something happened, but I don't know what. Evidently not what I need to happen. Something happened. Okay, I'm working on it, y'all. I'm trying, but my computer screen is very frozen at the moment, and it will not allow me to be great. Okay. Oh, I'm anymore. Okay, I'm working on it, y'all. I'm trying, but my computer screen is very frozen at the moment, and it will not allow me to be great. Okay. Oh, that's good. You see, I can see myself now. Oh, very good. Okay. Oh, blessed be Jesus. Now I can't see Instagram. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, y'all. You have a good picture of me, but I can't see me on my computer. So I'm going to end this live. I'm going to restart my computer, and then y'all come back because I can't see me on the screen. You can. Okay, wait a minute. Oh. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see what I got now. Where did you have a good picture of me, but I can't see me on my computer. Okay, so I think I might be back. Okay, I think I can. I think I found myself. Okay, that stays there, and now I need this. I keep trying to move myself. Okay, I'm going to close this. I think it was just trying to do that share was freezing my screen. It's freezing my screen. Come on. Okay, that's closed. Now let me put this back up here. Okay. And now I can see Instagram. Okay. Y'all, that took a lot. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to be helpful and share those links because I know that some people are going to say, well, I can't find it. I don't have it. You know, I can't do it. I'm trying to remove the excuses, if that makes any sense. I'm back now on my screen for sure. So I'm trying to remove all of the excuses for us because, you know, we have those excuses. We really do. And I get it and I understand. But I just don't want to have any more. I just don't want to have any excuses, if that makes any sense. I don't want there to be any excuses at all. I just really want us to really do this. I want us to do it. I want us to be faithful with it. I want us to have fidelity in it. Okay. I'm not sharing anything else with y'all. Y'all gonna have to figure it out for yourself. Well, there's one more thing, but maybe it won't freeze my screen. So here's my question. How did today go? Let me go back and review today's dare before we jump into tomorrow. So for today, which was January the 5th, dare number 1. So how it's working is we're going to preview the next day the night before so that you're all ready to go on the day of. So last night we previewed day number 1. You should have been doing your dare for day number 1 all day today. You should have already went back and reflected or journaled. And if you didn't, do it after this live. After we review, then we're going to preview for tomorrow so that when tomorrow starts, you're ready to go for that live. Does that make sense? Okay. So today's dare 1, the first part of this dare is fairly simple. Although love is communicated in a number of ways, our words often reflect the condition of our hearts. For the next day, which was today, resolve to demonstrate patience and say nothing negative to your spouse. How'd it go? Y'all tell me how it went. If the temptation arises, choose not to say anything. It's better to hold your tongue than to say something you'll regret and have to apologize for or ask for forgiveness. So, how many of us were able to get through the day without negative words towards our spouse? In a text message, in a telephone call, face to face, any of that? Anybody able to check your do your check mark? Did anybody have to take a break? Did you need a timeout? Did you have to go get yourself together? Anybody? Oh, y'all not gonna tell me? Okay, very good. It's all good. You don't have to tell me. If it's private, it's fine. But I think the thing, even on day 1, right? Here's the truth of the matter. None of us can afford to be nonchalant, flippant, whatever, where your marriage is concerned. We have to all dial in. We got to focus. We got to lock in. We got to be there. Because if not, can I tell you that there are some men and women on the sidelines just waiting for that good man or good woman that you got and don't appreciate nor know how to treat right, waiting for them to make their exit stage left so that they can just kind of holler at them. So I don't want to see that for any of us. And so that's why it's important to jump in and do the things in the dare. We're jumping into day number 2. Day number 2 is an affection day. Oh, did you do good? Very good. How many of you did your marriage evaluation? What did you learn from your evaluation? I feel like I'm hollering. What did you learn from doing your evaluation? Did anybody do the marriage evaluation? Because that's going to give you some good information. That's going to give you a good starting point. It's going to tell you where you have areas to improve or where you're doing very well. So if you haven't done the marriage evaluation, go back and do the marriage evaluation. Okay. We're moving into day number 2. Day number 2 is love is kind. So day 1, love is patient. Today, love is kind. Now, I'm going to start on page 8 and ask a question. How would your husband or wife describe your kindness meter? How harsh are you? How gentle? How helpful? Do you wait to be asked or do you take initiative to help? If I were to ask your spouse, how kind are you? What would they say? Now, there's a difference between being kind and being nice. They're not the same. You have nice people that are not kind. You understand what I'm saying? Their kindness is your gesture. Kindness is love in action. Kindness is so I had a friend today. I had an 8-hour drive round trip and I went round robin. So I was actually gone for 11 hours today. I got up at 5 to finish work on my sermon, polish it up, do all the things. I was in the shower by 5:45. We were in the car by 6:45. No, I was in the shower at 6. We were in the car by 6:40, 6:30 because I just put on a black dress. We didn't even get real cute today. I just put on a black dress and a wrap and we was out. Drove, preached, came back. On the way back, because we stopped a couple of times and I am ready to get to my house so I wanted to take a nap before I had to do this tonight because I was up early. And I was like, Lord have mercy. Because at 9 p.m. tonight, I'm already on 16 hours that I've been up. And I'm like, Lord, I just need a quick nap. As I approach getting off Highway 95, my friend calls me and she says, Shakima, I hate to ask you, but can you do X, Y, and Z? She asked me to do something for her. And as much as I wanted to come straight to my house, because I had to pass my house to get to her house, to do 30 more minutes past my house to do what she needed me to do, and then drive 30 minutes back to get back to my house. The kind thing was to go and do it. That was kind. And I called her. I said, hey, we're at your house. We're doing the things. She told me exactly what she needed done because she wasn't able to get there at that moment and she needed it done right then. And then I brought myself home. Kindness and niceness are not the same. You can be kind and rebuke somebody. You can be kind and bring correction. Kindness is your mannerisms. It's your act towards. It's an action thing. He starts on page 6 if you have the book, or of course I just gave you the link and I'm not giving it again because it's going to freeze my computer one more time. It is Ephesians 4:32. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving each other, just as God in Christ has also forgiven you. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving each other, just as God in Christ has also forgiven you. Love is kind. This is an affection day. You also have as reference verses 1 Thessalonians 3:12, Proverbs 5:18 through 21, Hebrews 13:4, and 1 Corinthians 7:3. Those are your reference verses. They write in the book, I'm on page 6, kindness is love in action. If patience is how love reacts in order to minimize a negative circumstance, kindness is how love acts to maximize a positive circumstance. Patience minimizes the negative circumstance. Kindness is love acts to maximize the positive circumstance. One is preventative, one is proactive. Patience avoids a problem. Kindness creates a blessing. Okay. Still page 6. Love makes you kind and kindness makes you likable. When you're kind, people want to be around you. They see you as being good to them and good for them. So again, going back to, can people look at you and say you're good to them and you're good for them? Or do people really try to get out of your presence very quickly? I don't want to be anywhere around her. You can dress up anybody, but an ugly spirit is going to come out. A haughty spirit, an arrogant spirit, that's going to come out. You can't hide that at all because those types of individuals are really self-serving. You're going to serve me. I'm not going to serve you. But kindness would get up off the couch and serve your spouse. Kindness says, I'm going to love you so much that I'm going to act out the things that I know make you happy, or that are going to bring you joy, or that's going to take something off your plate. I'm going to do it without you asking me. One of the things that that burns my butt a little bit is stay-at-home women, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home women. Even if you don't have kids, what they're calling these trad wives, traditional wives. I have an issue with stay-at-home wives that don't clean their houses. I know it's none of my business. It's not. And I'm never going to tell you to your face that I got a problem with you when you don't clean your house. But can I tell you, it's very kind of your husband to let you stay home, and you should appreciate that kindness by taking care of the home. But then we see, because social media has made it so that we just kind of trash and bash our spouse. Then we see you on TikTok making a video talking about, oh, my husband been working all day, but I've been around here. He need to help me clean this house. He affords you the opportunity to stay at home. The house should never be unclean. It should never be unclean. Now, I'm not talking about you're ill or you're sick or whatever the case, because we all have bad moments. But even on your worst day, when you don't do anything in your house, there should not be stuff on the floor that you just threw down there. I look at some of these videos and I am so clueless. Like, was there not a table or something you could have put that on? You just threw your empty soda bottle on the floor. You just threw it down there. Okay, whatever. Not my bag, but kindness is an action. Kindness is his meal ready when he comes home. If you've been home all day, right? Kindness is, what does he need to make him feel appreciated? I'm going to do that. They talk about here that there are 4 basic ingredients that make up kindness. There's 4 things that we're looking for or looking at that make up kindness. One is initiative. That's taking, just doing it without having to be asked. Teenagers are really not initiative people. You got to ask them 3, 4, 5, 12 times. But a person who appreciates someone else will get up and do something before they're asked to do it, just because. The second thing they said is gentleness. When you're operating from kindness, you're careful how you treat your spouse, never being unnecessarily callous or harsh. Do you treat them with care? Are you gentle? Not everybody is gentle. Again, some of us have a lot of this and we use it, and we don't understand that this can harm, it can wound, it can hurt. And so we need to be very kind and not say everything that we're thinking. Sometimes you just need to process that information before you open your mouth. Are we gentle or am I harsh? Because the harsher you are, the less likely that they're going to want to be around you. If you notice that your spouse is always working late and they don't have no like project or nothing going on, but they always working late, they always going out with the fellas at the work, or they gonna catch, they just finding they're getting home later and later and later and later. Here's the truth. You want the harsh truth, and I'm being kind with this. They don't want to be around you. Man or woman, husband or wife, this can be either way. But if that person is always finding an excuse to not come home, it's because you're there. And there's something about the way that you are handling them, something about the way that you are treating them, something about the way that you are talking to them, something about the way that you have not been attentive to their needs that they don't want to come home to. They'd much rather go hang out with somebody else for as much time as they can, not have to come home to you. That's a real thing. And you have to evaluate. You're the only person who can evaluate how you treat your spouse, how good you are to them, how your words are. The third thing they say is helpfulness. Being kind means you meet the needs of the moment. Whatever needs to be done right now, I'm meeting that need. If you need, hey, if I worked and he worked, but he got off before I did, and I need help with the dinner, he makes the dinner. If he makes the dinner, I do the dishes. If I make the dinner and do the dishes, he gives the baths and puts the kids to bed. It's whatever we need to be done right now in this moment that takes the pressure off of the other spouse. That is what being helpful is. If I need gas in my car and I got to get up early in the morning to leave for work, it's going to get gas the night before to keep me safe. It's starting my car. If he leaves later than I do, and I know a lot of men that really, really do treat their wives very, very nicely. And I know a lot of women who treat their husbands the same. But what I'm saying is those man jobs. If I got to be out in the morning and the polar vortex is on the way, then my car should be started. If he doesn't leave before I do, he should not be asleep while I'm going out here scraping the ice off my car. He's going to be helpful to me in some type of a way. If I see some of these women, and God bless them and love them, especially on these social media platforms, they up at 4:30 in the morning, cooking their husband's, fixing his lunch and cooking his breakfast. I love you and I'm here for all of that, but I'm going to pre-pack it the night before because I'm not getting up at 4 in the morning unless I have to be up at 4 in the morning. Now, if I don't have kids and we still newlyweds and we like being up at 4 in the morning with each other, great, I'll get up. But again, how am I being helpful to my spouse? Maybe we're in a tight situation. It's January, Christmas just passed. We know that we spent a little more than we should have. So now he's like, can we just kind of watch how we're spending? It's going to be helpful for him for me to not get on Amazon this month. That's being helpful. By watching the coins. Yeah, I make money too, but in order for our bottom line to be what we need it to be, I need to be mindful of what I'm spending where. I'm going to shop and get all the deals. That's being helpful to my spouse. The fourth ingredient is willingness. Kindness inspires you to be agreeable. Am I agreeable? Instead of being obstinate, reluctant, and stubborn, you cooperate and you stay flexible. What do you need? How can I help? Is this helpful? Should I do this? Should I not do this? This is not being a doormat for anybody, but it's a willingness to say, I can compromise here. It's taking the stiff out of your neck because you're not about to be moved. No, I'm going to do what I want, say what I want, get what I want, go where I want, because this is me. I am her. No, you are not. And the two shall become one. You are no longer your own person. You are now in an intimate relationship with another person, and you are now one with each other. And that is what kindness does. Kindness brings me to a point where I stop thinking about just me and I start thinking about us. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. It may not, but it does in my brain. I'm not about to dumb this down for y'all. Listen to me. It makes sense. But some of us have not exercised these principles because I still want it the way I want it. Well, if your marriage is at 100% maximum optimal yield, then you can log off now. But if your marriage is not at 100% optimum maximum yield, then which of these 4 components am I missing? Not missing any, but I'm lacking in some areas. Okay, which of these 4 am I lacking in areas? Then I need to focus on that. I am very helpful, but I'm not gentle. I'm harsh all the time. I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. And this is just how we are. Yeah, but you married a guy from Texas. This ain't how they are. So you're going to have to figure out how to make your words a little bit more gentle because that's what we do in the South. Make sense? Okay. He talked about this. This was really good on page 7. It's right at the bottom. Jesus described the kindness of love in the parable of the Good Samaritan. That's from Luke chapter 10. We all know the Good Samaritan being, there was a guy evidently somehow got beat up real bad. He was laying in the street. The clergy people, all of the people who was his people went on the other side of the street, just left him laying in the dirt, just left him there. Here comes this Good Samaritan. We're not even supposed to like each other. We're enemies with one another. My tribe and your tribe, we don't mesh, we don't gel, we don't get along. But this person sees this man laying in the gutter, picks him up, puts him on his donkey. That means he walking. He's kind enough because this person cannot stand on their own 2 feet. I'm going to put you on my donkey and I'm going to walk. Takes him to the inn. Finds the innkeeper and says, this is my loose paraphrase, y'all go look it up. He says, listen, I found this dude out there in the street. I got to keep going because I got a business meeting I got to get to. But what I'm going to need you to do is take care of him. Bandage him up, call the doctor, give him some medicine, give him good food. I'm leaving a few coins here to take care of him. If it's not enough, because I'm checking on the way back, if it's not enough, then I'll pay whatever else it is when I get back. That's the kind of kindness that we need to have towards our spouse. And here's the thing. He says in the book that you have 2 enemies that are, one is showing kindness to people. We shouldn't even be together. There's no reason why our 2 tribes should be together. We are natural born enemies. And some of us don't see it, but you're a natural born enemy to your spouse. It's just over the years, time, kids, emergencies, surgeries, job loss, all this stress, all this extra added anxiety, all this pressure, baby mamas, husband goes out on the wife, extramarital relation, all this other stuff has put so much on us. Now we're just roommates. We living together because it's cheaper. We living together in the same house, just different bedrooms. And we have become enemies one with another. Even to the point that if my spouse was down, I wouldn't do nothing for you. That's how much some spouses don't like their spouse. And that's not what the Lord says kindness is. I like you, I'm willing to help you even when I don't like you. I love you always, but there are moments that I don't like you. There are moments when we're not meshing and gelling well together. There are moments when you have taken me to my max limit for the day, but I still love you. And because I love you, I'm going to be gentle. I'm going to be willing to help you. I'm going to have you not ask me. If you wear uniforms, either I'm taking them to the cleaners and picking them up, or I'm making sure they're clean so you have a clean uniform. That's what we do. One of the things I think that, and I really I don't have stress in my life, it's just unfortunate, is social media has made it such that being at odds with our spouse is cute, right? You see all those little videos when you mad. If your wife is short and the husband is tall, if he mad at the wife, he puts stuff she needs high up on the shelf so she can't get it. Well, that's all done in jest, right? We all laugh and we think it's funny and we think it's cute until it's not funny and cute anymore. Wonder why you see some of these big social media people coming on here months and months later. My husband and I are getting a divorce, or I'm back to tell you where I've been for the last 6 months. This happened, that happened. You have a lot of women making a lot of money now, and so they become the breadwinners, and so now they emasculate their husbands, and the husbands don't like that. And so what happens is they end up going somewhere else, and now we're not together because we become enemies one with another. We've forgotten the point of why we got married. We forgot the reason that we said till death do us part, in good and bad, sickness, health, rich and poor, and all the stuff we said. We forgot that. We forgot to extend ourselves. We forgot to love our neighbor as ourselves. One of the most hurtful things my ex-husband ever said to me, this is hurtful, y'all. It's not hurtful now. I mean, it was hurtful then. And I didn't understand it. He said to me, "You're not my wife. I mean, you're not my friend. You're my wife." Because I had said to him, "You're my best friend." We were having some kind of discussion. And I said, "You're my best friend." He said, "You're not my friend. You're my wife." Crushed, 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 crushed. Because you help your friends. You go all out for your friends. No greater love have a man than to lay down his life for his friend. But I'm not your friend. How many of us are not friends with our spouse? We just spouses. We not friends. Where's the kindness in that? Where's the patience in that? Where is that written anywhere? Where? Let me see. It says, kindness inspires you to be agreeable instead of being obstinate, reluctant, and stubborn. You cooperate and stay flexible. Rather than complaining and making excuses, you look for creative ways to accommodate and adjust. I'm going to look for creative ways to accommodate and adjust. We don't have money for date night. No worries. I'm going to bring date night to us. Now, those are some of my favorite videos to watch. We're having date night in the house. We moving all the furniture. We putting pillows on the floor. We got the blankets. We just bring the fluted glasses out, and we just having water in the wine glasses, child. Yes, those are my favorite. We don't have the money. My husband can't take me out to Ruth Chris this week, or maybe not for a lot of weeks, but we've made ways to serve one another, to be there for each other. We're in this thing. No matter what life throws at us, it's me and it's you, babe. And that's just how we're doing it. And we're kind to each other. We're not saying, well, if you was half a man, you would make enough money to take me out. We're saying, babe, thank you so much for doing this at-home date night. I love this. Oh my God. Wow, you got it all right. You got my favorite candy for movie night. You got popcorn. I mean, he went to the $1.25 treat and bought all the things, honey. Spent that good old $10 to make that thing look just right. And we don't appreciate. We put the stiff neck back in our neck, and now we got something to say. Because if you was half a man, you would. Just remember that man that you are not treating well. There is a girl on the sidelines waiting for him. Shirley, was it Betty Wright used to say she the cleanup woman. All right, moving on. Okay. A kind husband ends thousands of potential arguments by his willingness to listen first and demand rather than demanding his way, wife or husband. Moving on, because I want to be done. Oh, 40 minutes. Y'all, half of that was trying to figure out that thing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me see. Taking the initiative, this man demonstrated, this is again about the Samaritan. This man demonstrated true kindness in every way. He was gentle, he was helpful, and he was willing. He said, it doesn't matter who did this to you. I'm going to step in and I'm going to help. It doesn't matter who said this to you. I'm going to step in and I'm going to help. Jesus illustrates how love could cause even enemies to reach out to one another in kindness. If enemies can do it, how about intimates? Here we are, y'all, and I think this is sad as well, but we have our most intimate experiences with these people, yet we are not kind. We will allow them to just about touch our soul, but we are not kind to each other. Why is that? This is one of the things that they said that I thought was good. Even though the years can take the edge off of your desire, your enjoyment in marriage is still linked to daily levels of kindness expressed. It fuels mutual delight. Things that I can do, things that you can do that would bring delight and joy to your spouse. This is for tomorrow. Tomorrow's dare is going to be random acts of kindness. You can go back and read the chapter, and I just gave y'all, you can see I gave y'all all the links. You can find the link. I'm not going to find them again because it might mess up one more time. But here's the thing. Tomorrow's dare is random acts of kindness. In addition to saying nothing negative. So now we're doing a compound dare. You're still not talking negative and crazy. And you're going to do one unexpected gesture. Now, if it's your day to do the laundry, that's not unexpected. We're talking about something that they don't expect you to do. Something that they did not ask you to do. It might have been on their list to do. But we're talking about a random act of kindness. Now, I'm going to try sharing this screen one more time. But not on a crazy website, because I want to show y'all a few random acts of kindness, just in case some of us are not thinking clearly. Now, here are a few items that we can do as random acts of kindness. You can cook their favorite meal. Here's what I love, and I can't wait to do. I love to cook. I love to be in my kitchen. And I don't really let other people in the kitchen when I'm cooking. Jackson and I kind of cook together because he's a foodie and he really does well. But I can't wait to cook with my husband. Let's cook together. Let's enjoy the moment together. Give them a gift, something special. It doesn't have to be something big. It doesn't have to be something that gets delivered. It can be, it doesn't have to be, but something that maybe they've been looking at. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be meaningful and come from the heart. You can do them a favor. If it is their laundry day, or if it is their dish day, you just do the dishes because they've been working 40 plus hours this week and they're a little bit behind on something. You can spend time together. If his love language, her love language is quality time, the best gift you can give your spouse is spending time together. If that's their love language. If acts of service is their love language, do something for them. If words of affirmation are their love language, say something positive to them that affirms, you did a good job. I'm so proud. I can't believe you went out of your way and did this, because they need affirmation. You can give them a massage. Honey, that's going to get a whole lot of things going and started. If you need some things going and started, just get out your little and, write them a note, put it in their lunchbox, put it on the pillow. If they leave before, after you do, I like to take notes in different randomized places where I know they're going to look. So if you and your husband have separate closets and he's going to pick, he's got a place for his shoes, just stick a little note up there. Love you so much. I'm so very proud to be your wife. You're just an amazing man. I appreciate everything you do for this family. He's always going to go in the refrigerator. Leave him a note in the refrigerator. Leave a note behind the door in the bathroom where he keeps his bathrobe. So when he gets out of the shower, he takes the bathrobe, he's going to see that note. You can do that, and it costs you no money. It just costs you time. Compliment them. I would probably say that's the easiest way out. Create a peaceful environment. Listen. Try something new. Hugs. Hugs are good. Hugs are very good, especially if your person is a physical touch person and you are not. If that is not your love language, but it is their love language, just hug them. Hold on. Squeeze them. Give them a little smoochy smooch. Right? Learn your spouse. Study your spouse. What is it that they've said? You can find out all the things you need to know about your spouse by just closing your mouth and opening your ears. They will tell you what they need. We all tell people what we need. God, I really wish, man, I'd be at my desk every day and I don't even have time to go and run and get me a coffee. Geez, I got to go all the way to the end of the hallway just to get to the Keurig machine. What you're saying is I really wish I had a Keurig at my desk. I really wish I had a quick way to make coffee at my desk. Well, what is he going to do? Run over to Walmart and get you one of them cute little Keurig machines for $19.99. It don't have to be Keurig. It can be Better Home and Gardens or whatever they call them. It can be one of them cute, and wrap it up, send it to your desk. And the next thing you know, like, oh my God, how did you know? You've been dropping hints for weeks. He just finally started listening. Another thing that can be really helpful is Uber Eats, Grubhub, and what is that other thing where you know that their favorite restaurant? Man, I didn't even have time. They text you. I didn't even have time to pack my lunch. I was trying to get the kids to their places. Dang, I'll just eat when I get home. You can Uber Eat them something. You can Grubhub them something to their job. These days, thank God for technology and all these people who just drive around and do stuff. These are things that you can do for your spouse. Coffee is my favorite thing. I love a large mocha frappe with extra drizzle. I actually love the caramel frappe with extra chocolate drizzle, but whatever. So you just slide through that little drive-through on your way home because it's not far from my house, and you show, I don't need nothing else. I just need that from McDonald's. And you show up I knew you was going to need this. Look what I got for you. That's going to get you some thanks later. Okay? DoorDash, thank you. I don't order from any of those places, but I knew it was something. DoorDash, right? Yes. Get creative. And if you're not creative, just Google it. I just showed you on Google. You don't have to be as creative as I am or somebody. I am so not creative. Google it. Okay. All right. Tomorrow's Dare. This is for January the 6th. In addition to saying nothing negative to your spouse again today, do at least one unexpected gesture as an act of kindness. And I just put on mine a random act of kindness. Look online, find something. Y'all TikToking all the time anyway. TikTok, random acts of kindness for my spouse. And I promise you, 943,235 TikToks will come up, and you can scroll through all of them till you find one for your spouse. Use the technology. Utilize it for sure so that you can make these dares as easy as possible. There it is, y'all. Again, I apologize for my technical difficulties at the very beginning. My computer just kind of froze up a little bit, but you'll be able to find what you need here. I do hope that this is beneficial. I do hope that you're going to give it all that you have, because marriages are in the balance. If we don't give it everything we have, somebody is not going to come out of this in 40 days married. Somebody is going to, I'm at my max limit and I'm not doing another thing, period, the end. And that's not what we're here for. We're here. Now, we can't make anybody stay married to us. I know. I tried. And when I was finally ready to accept the fact that he didn't want to be married to me anymore, He decided he didn't like being outside. Well, sir, you've been out there, so you're gonna have to stay because I'm good. But I really wished then, I don't wish it now, because he's married to somebody else. Praise God for all of them. I wish there was something like this back then, right? I really wish there was, that I knew about these resources. I didn't know. I would have given it my effort. Okay. So that's why I'm here to help us now. So you have an assignment tomorrow, no negative words again, and you're going to do a random act of kindness for your spouse, something that they will enjoy. Don't do something that you will enjoy. Do something that they will enjoy. Okay. Speak their language tomorrow, not your language. If you know they have a favorite snack, buy them a snack. Put it in their lunchbox. If you pack their lunch, pack all the lunch, put their favorite snack under the bottom. They don't even know it's there till they start opening up the lunchbox. And they'll be like, oh my God, wow, babe, that's awesome. Okay. All righty, y'all. There it is. Happy love daring your spouses tomorrow. Don't forget to journal. Don't forget to reflect. You have pages in here to go back and reflect. It's good to do the dare, but it's also good to journal how you feel, how you felt, what they said. Were they receptive? They weren't receptive. How was your attitude while you was doing it? Remember what Caleb said when the wife asked, what day are you on? He said, I'm on 43. She says, only 40 days. He was like, yeah, well, I didn't give it my best effort the first time, so I thought I'll start over. Okay. And if you have a spouse that wants to do the same with you, do it together and then see who can outlove each other, who can out dare each other. That will be fun. But if they don't know you're doing it, and here's the thing, they're not supposed to know. You don't go to them and say, I'm doing this love dare on you. No. You're not supposed to be broadcasting this. This is supposed to be between you and the Lord, towards your spouse, towards them. It's changing you, remember. It's not changing them, or maybe it is, but you're the first person it's changing. Anywho, love you guys. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Like the video, share, subscribe, do all the things. And I will be right back here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. No glitches, I hope, for day number 3, to prep for day 3. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye now.